Hello. We're here to continue on the series How to Price Preliminary Items. If this is the first time you are watching my video, my name is Canis and I'm a quantity surveyor. I'm here to help us understand how to price preliminary items. And if you have missed out on the three series that I have done, which covers the first three items: site management and administration, plant, tools and vehicle, site accommodation and for contractors and consultants. Please do visit my YouTube page, which is www.youtube.com/ at Quantity Surveying Made Easy _2015. There you are going to see the video that dealt with the first three items, and today we're going to be dealing with the next two items, which is telephone and office furniture. Like I said in the last episode concerning accommodation, I said I was going to deal with the furnitures separately so that for better understanding, you can't provide accommodation without furnitures and computers to make the work easy for the staffs, because these are necessary. They are necessary tools to aid the staffs to do their job at very fast. So we're going to start with the telephone. The telephone, the document that you need to analyze and determine who to provide these services for is the organogram. The organogram is where you have all the management staffs tabulated in such a way that we all know those they are answerable to. And as an estimator, you should know those that are critical stakeholder on the project that needed these communication gadgets for ease of job. So after determining those persons, you now prepare a table, a spreadsheet in this format with a 12-month duration, and these persons will be given a recharge card every month. Every month, and you see, basically all of them, I made provision, they are going to get data for a period of 12 months as the project lasts, and the cost of their data is going to be 40,000, 30,000, 20,000, 10,000, and 15,000. By the time you multiply the 12 months, at every month they are going to get by 40,000 monthly, you are going to arrive what the cost uh, for the project manager will be. So also for others. And for not making those documents look so cumbersome, I summed up all the engineers together rather than bringing all the lists. But if it serves you well for clarity, you want to copy all the lists from your organogram into the spreadsheet. Then you start extracting those you want to give out, give data, give call cards. You can do it. But on my own, I decided to lump up the engineers together. I have 5 engineers on my organogram. I have others. The others will refer to the supervisors that I'll need to give, because basically I have 56 people on my organogram. But as you can see, it's only 15 persons that are entitled to call. Only 15 people that are entitled to call data. So also the same thing for internet. For internet as well, the same people that were repeated up, I repeated it for their mobile phone, because it is at this time and age, you need to be mobile. You need to receive your mail via your mobile phone and reply via your mobile phone. So a provision for data for such kind of response should be made, should be provided for those that are entitled for it. Then the last spreadsheet is dealing with the wireless network for the offices. As you can see, the initial cost for the wireless connection and the routers and all the things I need to do the wireless connection in all the offices will be 15,000. How did you get this cost? It is the cost you got from a specialist that will give you what is going to cost you to run that system on the offices. And then uh, then uh, then every month the cost for the services rendered, the data that will enable the system work is a 1 million naira every month. For the 12-month duration of 12 months, it's going to cost you this. So you can see now, after preparing this, you now have a 31 million, the cost for telephone connection. Then what next do next is just to come to the summary sheets and create it. Now you now type telephone services. This is, you link it. This is now the dry cost. Multiply by this, you have multiply by 1.3, you have your selling cost. Then the next one we are going to touch is the furnitures. The furnitures, as you can see, the same thing. You bring out the list of those persons from the organogram, tabulate it here. The site furnitures, you bring out the list. We bring out the list of all the people on the organogram, tabulate it here. On the upper row, you see there are a list of different type of furnitures in the market. And because each of these persons they have seniorities, of course their furnitures will not be the same. Their furnitures will differ in terms of comfort. As you can see, the project manager, I made provision for a 5-foot table with an extension, executive table. I made a senior executive chair for him and a 2 executive visitors chair. A stationary cupboard, a small refrigerator for him. Then the deputy project manager, he has a 550 executive, a senior, the production manager and deputy project manager. They have 4 visitors chair, 2 each, then 2 stationary cupboard for their files, and 1 and 2 small fridge. Then I summed up the engineers on the list. I have 8 engineers. We have 4-foot table without extension. You have a junior executive, 8, and that is all. Then you have the quantity surveyor, because the quantity surveyor deals with drawings of different size. He needed space on his table to spread his drawing to extract information. So I made provision for 5-foot table with the extension, so that at the extension, that's where his computer will be. Then the table will be free for him to spread his drawing and extract the information he needs. And a junior executive chair, 2 visitors chair, definitely, because that office, since he's the technical accountant, contractors, the subcontractors will be visiting the office, one complaint or the other, or for their valuations. So they should have a place to sit down to have the discussion. Then the assistant quantity surveyor, he has a 4-foot table and a junior executive. So if you check on and on like that, the timekeeper, the supervisor, the general foreman, and all. I think the one that is word of note is the meeting room. As you can see, I made a provision of a senior executive chair for the lead consultant, then a 10-seater conference table with armless chairs. So we're going to have a 10 seaters, 10 chairs, and with a table that can accommodate 10 persons in the conference room. Then the consultants, they are going to be four. They have 4 tables without extension and 4 chairs. They have 4 stationary cupboard. They have 2 water dispenser. They have 1 big fridge and a 4-seater conference table for their own. Whenever they have meetings, they can hold their meeting separate from the general meeting. And this conference table, 4-seater conference room table will be in the office of the lead consultant. So having done this, I now place the price Bennett the number of chairs for numbers of furniture I've made provision for all of the staffs. And as you can see, for 5-foot table without extension, I need 4, and the cost is 75,000. Let's say the 5-foot table with extension costs 100,000. Costs 100,000, and you need 4 of it. A 4-foot table without extension, I need 32 of it at the cost of 40,000, 1.2. Senior executive chair, I have not put a price on this. Let's say we put 70,000. I need 4 numbers of it at 280,000. Then for junior executive, I need 14 at 60,000. 60,000, you have 840. So after all of this, the spreadsheet in this manner, you see, it's going to cost me 665,000 to provide 6,615,000 to provide the furnitures for the accommodations I have provided, for the site offices I have provided, for the personnel to sit. So having done this, I am now going to link it to the sheets of his furniture. So it's going to cost me, the selling cost is going to be 8,820 against the budgeted cost of 606,615. So the next item I'll be dealing with now is the computers. Yes. Computers. I have office computer. Similar thing, the organogram will be interpreted, and those persons that you need to provide these services for, like the project manager, as you can see, he needs a laptop, he needs a color printer, he needs a mobile phone, he needs a scanner. The engineers, they are 10 in numbers. They need a desktop computer, not a laptop. four printers that will be given according to the person that needs it most, and 10 mobile phone. The AutoCADist, he needs a desktop, you need a plotter, you need a photocopier. The quantity surveyor needs a laptop because it has to be mobile for meetings outside the site and all of that. He needs a printer, color printer, and need a mobile phone. The planning department needs a desktop and need a mobile phone. The cost controller needs a laptops and needs a photocopy. I need a photocopier. The admin officer needs a desktop. Why others will need based on the interpretation of their responsibilities, like the storekeeper. The storekeeper will need for proper documentation. The admin clerk will need for proper documentation. Uh, the admin clerk will need for proper documentation. And some supervisors that are computer literate that will need for them to open AutoCAD drawings and all of that. So these are the provision made for them. They need 8 of them and 8 mobile phone. And the cost of laptop is 500,000. So multiply by 3 numbers gives you 1.5. The cost of desktop computer, 22 number needed, multiply by 250 give you 5.5. The cost of black printer, black and white printer, 150,000. You need 4, will give you this. The colored printer, Canon 170, you need 2. The plotter, 1 for the AutoCADist, cost 2 million. The mobile phone, 75,000 for a mobile phone, an Android phone. It's only cost 75,000 and you need 21 of it, 1.5. Then a photocopier, 2, a scanner, 1. The cost for providing computers on this project for 12 months is 17 million. But some companies have a department where these things are there and you hire them on monthly basis. But in this case, I am dealing with it and treating it as though you're buying outrightly from the market. But if you are in a company where they have a department where these computers, after each site, they are returned back and they can rent it out to other sites, the cost will not be as high as this. But for a proper understanding of how to price preliminary, that's why I am going to the extreme. I don't know if you understand what I mean by these items can be rented at a very cheaper price and after the project returned back, meaning you're not going to buy it outrightly. If you are renting it, the costs in the end will not be up to 17 million. So after getting the price, you come to the sheets, you link the costs, you drag the formula down, you bold, you see, as you can see, we are gradually progressing. I'm going to pick the cost from this sheet now to the summary sheet, telephone, my selling. I'm going to pick the furnitures. I'm going to pick the furnitures. Then I'm going to create a space for the computers. Yes. Then I link it. Sorry, computer. So as you can see, we are gradually moving ahead. The next episode I am going to be discussing about collective and individual safety. It's another interesting topic that we needed to understand. So if this video has been of help to you, please help me share the video, share it to our colleagues in all the states that that you believe that needs this document for proper understanding on how to price preliminaries. You can direct them to my page to get the series that I've done before now, so that they can have better understanding as we progress. Thank you for watching.